right, here we are at Occupy Vancouver, Occupation 2.0. And why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you are doing here?
My name is Bode, working through the media committee, I guess, and various other ones at points of time, but I'm primarily doing live streaming, either actual camera work on site or producing. If we are fortunate enough to have multiple camera streams to choose between what goes out on our livestream.com/OccupyVan channel, mixing between those. And we just came back from a tour of the new site and a look at the old one.
Quite an adventurous tour. Can you go over what you used to get this done?
Yeah, so Occupy is on a larger level is a real do-it-yourself movement. It's about self-empowerment. So we make do with what we have. We had a netbook, which is not the greatest platform for doing live stream on, but it's what we have, so we'll use it. A mobile internet stick, so that we're not relying on any free Wi-Fi that'll be spotty here or there. It's a continuous stream out to the internet. A donated microphone that I just sort of jury-rigged up in my pocket here, and a big golf umbrella and a plastic bag to go over the netbook, because it's extremely windy when we're outside of these confines. Are beautiful, but around us, extremely windy, extremely wet. And then on top of that microphone, we had a 99-cent Chanel glove. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. The branding? Gotta get that brand. Right on top, serving as a windbreaker, because the wind is gusting, I don't know, probably at 90 kilometers an hour, I would guess.
Yeah, there's an official wind warning out for Vancouver tonight, and everybody was going, well, those tents are going to fly all over the place, but you're fairly snug, relatively speaking, with roof over most of your heads and so on.
Yeah, we're still in the environment. We have kind of a flip of the first site, where on every side we were walled in. Hotel Vancouver, Vancouver Art Gallery, HSBC, Hotel Georgia, and 700 Hornby that had TD at the base. We were really walled in, but the wind ripped through there like crazy, and there's no roof, whereas here we have actually some overhead coverage and we're open on the side. Nicer trade-off. Really very fortuitous that we moved in today and a crazy windstorm came up tonight, because everyone is hunkered down rather nice and cozy. But when you get out in the outside of where we are right now to take a look at the wider picture, it's quite the battle to keeping the live stream, just keeping it in the paper bag with the umbrella, trying to move it with the shifting wind to make sure the umbrella doesn't inside out on us, or I go Mary Poppins away. But we lost our umbrella.
A moment of silence for our fallen comrade, the golf umbrella.
It was a beautiful IKEA golf umbrella. It served us well. It went on the homeless, the housing march a week ago, Saturday, and it served valiantly in the wind and the elements out there tonight. But it's met its final resting place.
Now I have a nosy journalistic question. I see this extension cord coming down and going around here. So presumably you have power. Where do you have power from?
There's outlets all over the place in Robson Square.
And you're liberating the power in the name of the people?
Yeah, it's there. We're going to use it to communicate better and provide the basic necessities and means that our amazing other committee tends to do, the medical and food not bombs and whoever else has the need. We're still haven't fully sprung up yet. Today was just moving, but those basics of charging laptops and cameras so we can send what messaging we can out to the world and be connected to the world back, and some light and resources for the medical, and of course Food Not Bombs, who just are an amazing organization to keep us fed and healthy.
Okay, well, we'll only keep you up a few more seconds, but what kind of equipment is the media team looking for?
We really have use for any kind of laptop station is welcome. However, for live streaming, it is available. If there's a good quality laptop, if it's weatherized in any way, that's great, but that's not a necessity. We'll make do in other ways with that. But a 2.6 gigahertz dual-core processor and 2 gigabytes of RAM is the optimum platform for live streaming with a stable internet connection. And that kind of machine, we can actually stream in basically high-definition quality all the time.
Wow.
The live streams are lower quality and have a bit of choppiness right now, almost anyone that you've seen, by and large. And that is that's entirely a function of the laptop that we're on. So that, and people who want to learn the live stream, we're always looking for more people, especially doing at night, but any time is great. Webcams, USB webcams to go with them. Most laptops have a built-in one, but and those sure great, but to have one that you can connect and move around and reposition, and ideally we get those laptops maybe in backpacks so that they can stay protected from these elements, and then you just have one of those little USB webcams. We have some, but those are always great to have. Microphones for providing better sound. And anyone who wants to finance a mobile internet stick is great as well too. We have several, but the idea is we continue to add live stream. It's such a live streaming cameras. It's such a robust and amazing tool for connecting people here with the outside world, people who occupy the spirit and mind but aren't able to do it physically at that point in time for whatever reason. We occupy how we can and connect them back here. It's a two-way street. So, was I still talking about things we need for media? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm mostly personally been focused on doing the live streaming, but more people to step up who want to come in and do some occupying when they can. Maybe learn a new, learn some newer social media. Learn Twitter. We have some great people resources of people who are extremely able on Twitter who would love to share that with you. I know I've benefited from that, and what else do we need? Graphics designers. There's all sorts. Hopefully our webpage is getting more as a place where those kind of discussions can happen, and you can outline any skill sets you may have that you might want to make, put to use in the occupation. Support.
And it sounds like what you need is some sleep.
And some sleep, yeah.
So
that's why I'm keep asking for more people, because especially for coverage at night, we haven't had too much on that for keeping an eye on the media infrastructure that we have. After the move, we don't have much here, so it's not a concern. I'm not going to bed down, but having bodies communicating with the world all the time, especially from on site, if they're able to, is one of the best resources we have, and allow us to try and get back to having some of the narrative that's out in the rest of the reporting world come from what actually is happening here, the narrative as it's unfolding, and not just the quick drop-ins.
It has been very third-hand, really.
Yeah.
Everything that's on social media, if they're not connecting with the live stream, and that's coming more and more, people now know it's there, and they know the GA is live streamed.
Yeah, and we're starting to get a handle on having that live stream up more. I've really taken inspiration from my brothers and sisters in Toronto who have been live streaming 24/7 since their occupation started. I think they actually were being moved around, or possibly moved around today, so that's something to check in. But that's where we want to aim here too at Occupy Vancouver, is that 24/7 live stream, and so that means laptops to do it on, internet sticks to power it. We're using Win Mobile's network right now, and it's been great for us. Any network is fine, of course, though, and people to operate them, and it's a very simple scale. We had a live stream chatter tonight who I was just putting out that same call. Anyone want to do some live streaming? Happy Fox, she stepped up and said, hey, I have a laptop, and sure, I'd like to. I'm not a tech person, but you don't need to be a tech person, and if you are, that's great too. We are all amazing people with huge wealths of knowledge to draw upon from one another, and Occupy, to me, at its heart, is about education a lot, so that we can talk about these big, crazy issues that we see. So, and learning means to communicate them, and a new skill is part of that as well too. Come out and do that, and share your knowledge with me and everyone and anyone else who's there too.
Okay, thanks very much, Cameron. That's 10 minutes, and now we should let you get to
I'm a rambler. Please edit down that post.
I'm lazy.
I hope some coherence came through there somewhere.
Well, no gain without pain, and we can see that you're working very hard.
Not painful at all, though. It's easy when the vibes and what you're doing for it's easy to push yourself like crazy. So we do need to remember to take care of yourself, because you do feel you can't go all the time. But I do encourage you, anyone who hasn't, to come down and feel that spirit. The occupation, I think that today is day 38, maybe 39 now, somewhere in there. It has been the most satisfying time in my life. It has allowed me a lot of personal reflection. I don't know, I'm not using speaking in the right metaphor here, but I've learned a lot about myself, and I've met some of the most amazing people possible, and I have renewed faith, or bigger faith, in the capacity of humanity, the capacity of my own generation, and awe and wonder at what the other generations before me have done and what we're doing together.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.